All right, what's up, y'all? So, AEW All In is in the books, and we have a bit of a situation with the TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker had their match tonight, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. And I don't know, I don't know what happened. Like, half of the match, it seemed like they were just going in slow motion. The other half, it seemed like Britt didn't want to move and didn't want to sell. It was just weird, you know. It was just a weird disconnect of playing that, like, or I can't even call it wrestling. It seemed like they were just like playing around at points. You know what I'm saying? And my issue with Britt Baker for the longest time is that people talk about her like she's like the first lady of AEW. You know, I think literally she is, and people talk about her in this high regard, and that's cool. It's okay to like her, you know, but I've never seen Britt have a match without a stipulation that was like stand up and knock it out the park. You know, Mercedes has done that time and time again. Mercedes has shown time and time again that she's one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. Now, this AEW run, this is what I was worried about. This is what I was worried about. You know, I was worried about her going to AEW, and for some reason, early on, while we still have a lot of time in her run, these things, this is like a first impression for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because Mercedes doesn't really wrestle that much. She's just starting to get back into wrestling more and more on the AEW side. And she's been doing some TV matches, and she's been looking fine to me. You know, so I'm not sure how you get to All In. And it seems like both of them just were completely off track. You know, at times it seemed like Mercedes was going faster than Britt. Britt didn't want to move. Britt didn't want to sell. Britt was just like, I don't know. And it's like, I don't want to harbor too much on Britt, you know what I'm saying? Because, again, this is two wrestlers in the ring, you know what I'm saying? It takes two to tango. So if they have a bad match, you got to blame both of them at some extent, you feel me? But I think a lot of people are looking quickly to tax Mercedes for this because she's the main focus, her being the champion and her being the new superstar in AEW. But it didn't seem like this was Mercedes' fault. It didn't seem like this should be something that's taxing to Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? This seemed like Britt Baker just, for some reason, not wrestling the way I've seen her wrestle before. Not really at a high level. Because I can't list to you like 5 Britt Baker matches that were really, really good. I can't. The only match I can think of off the top of my head is the one with Thunder Rosa in the steel cage. And I think that was just a gruesome match. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Britt's a bad wrestler. I just don't think that she's ever wrestled at the level that Mercedes has. So I don't think there's any reason to tax Mercedes for this and not tax Britt. You feel me? Now, wrestlers have bad matches. This isn't the end of the world. This isn't emergency call. You know what I'm saying? They could have a rematch at any point and completely do better. You know, but this was one of those matches that I was really excited for, and I wanted it to deliver. And I'm sure a lot of other people wanted to deliver. I'm sure the both of them, I would hope, they wanted it to deliver as well. But it just didn't, you know? And only thing they can do now is just move on. You know what I'm saying? There's no use crying about it. The match is over. What's done is done. So in my head, I think I would say just go for a rematch at All Out. That's what I want to say. Because you can easily, if you go out there at All Out and have a really good match, you may be able to erase what happened at All In. Maybe. But what if they go out there and have a bad match again? Then the real problem starts. If they do it again, then we might have to have a different conversation. You feel me? But right now, I just think they had a bad match. You know, there was just a disconnect somewhere. And it definitely stretched throughout the entire match. Just little to no chemistry, little to no communication. And it was completely night and day from what Toni Storm and Mariah May did. Toni Storm and Mariah May put on an amazing match earlier in the day, I should say. But yeah, Mariah and Toni, absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. No, I can't say anything bad about it. And I wanted Mercedes and Britt to be that too. Because both of them, I've seen both of them do good before. More so on Mercedes end, but I've seen Britt do some good before. So I don't know what happened tonight. You know? But I don't agree with people running to tax Mercedes for this when it definitely seemed like the issues were going on with Britt. For the most part, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put it all on her shoulders, but it did seem like it was just Britt was the one who was like one step behind. And when you're one step behind, then your opponent might be two steps behind because they're trying to follow after you. You know what I'm saying? There's always that disconnect. You feel me? So, I don't know. I think the feud is good enough to where you can justify a rematch at All Out. If they want to go that route, I would do it. Especially how the match went tonight, I would do that immediately. So you can try to erase what happened at All In quickly. You feel me? Because All Out in another 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? We have Bash in Berlin next week, and then we have All Out right back. You know what I'm saying? So you may very well be able to erase that. Or at least put like some white put some white out on it, you know what I'm saying? It may not be a complete erase, but you may be able to rectify that issue of All In with putting on a good match All Out. If you want to make a stipulation match, cool. You know what I'm saying? It would work. You know what I'm saying? If they go have a good cage match or a good ladder match or a good whatever, good submission match maybe. I feel like submission matches are really hard to be good because like it's that's not the kind of wrestling that a lot of people are like in love with these days. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that would be a challenge, but both of them have a submission. So I don't think it would be that hard for like a finish or nothing like that. But yeah, man, there was a disconnect somewhere, and I can't tax Mercedes for it. I can't. I know some people don't really like her in AEW right now. I can't tax her for this one. But Britt really looked like the one who was just one step behind. And hopefully they get a chance to do a rematch and fix it because they can't go out like that. You feel me? This feud has too much potential. And they've had so many layups with this feud beyond the match itself that they've missed. So I need them to figure this out because this is a huge money feud. You know what I'm saying? They can't just let this drop. They can't. You feel me? But y'all let me know how you felt about it. You know what I'm saying? What do you think went wrong? What do you think happened? And yeah, have a conversation in the comments down below. If you like the video, let me know by liking the video. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe if you have not already. Comment down below what kind of video you want me to do next. And stay tuned. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video, man.